Hello bros, and welcome to Select 0 BroFive production, and next part is Sakura MMO to start going right here. I haven't even pressed return. I can't believe the nerve of some people. She looks different than usual. Her hair is damp and so is the rest of her. Her clothes stick to her body and rivulets the water trickle down her cheeks and her nose. Her arms wrap around her chest and in an attempt to preserve her modesty. I've often suspected she doesn't wear a bra beneath her tabard, but it only serves to press her breasts together. She doesn't look embarrassed by the predicament, though. In fact, it's quite the contrary. Her eyes are narrowed and she is grinding her teeth together so hard that I'm worried she sand them down. That bastard. Who does he think he is, storming in here and making demands? He has no right to act so high and mighty. They all know the estate family be damned. Anybody can use my guild services whoever they are. Who dare he try to threaten me? I should have kicked him down the sun doesn't shine. That's what I should have done, but using an equal spell, aqua spell of all things. How cheap. The guild master grumbles herself underneath her breath. I've been coming to this hill for as long last month, and I've never seen her look this angry before. Maid's usually a cheerful, high-spirited woman. That man really must have angered her. Excuse me. That shall not ring right now. I shall at least not answer it right now. She lifts, maiden blinks, she lifts her head. Her expression remains stark for a few moments. Her eyes might be looking at me, but her mind is evidently still with the gentleman before it was out of recognition. It was my brother. Oh, Violet. Violet is what I call myself when I'm wearing my disguise. And Fiona, Neve, and Larry too. I'm sorry I didn't see you earlier. It's quite alright. You look rather preoccupied. Oh, that's right. It was simply awful. I don't bother asking maid what exactly was so awful. She's something of a talker that might be prerequisite of running a guild, and she never keeps her opinion to herself for long. The terrible man came in here not 10 minutes earlier, proud as anything, and demanded that I take down a request on the notice board that was put up only an hour ago. A request? I wonder what that would be. If this is an emissary from the estate family, one of the richest families in Linton, was sent to the guild by the master to have a request taken down, it must be fairly important. Could this be the piece of missing information I've been looking for? If you don't mind my asking, what sort of request is it? I certainly don't mind telling you, but first I'd like to try myself off. When I refused to bow to that man's demands, he even tried to bribe me. Can you believe it? He cast a spell on me, then stormed out like a child having a temper tantrum. Alright, let me fix that for you. I clicked my fingers and made his clothes instantly dry themselves. Ah, thank you, Violet. I don't know what I do without you. You really are a gifted mage. Not really. Yes, you are. You are the one of the most talented mages there is. Stop it. You're flattering me. Mate, about the request, just what is it and who submitted it? Well, that's the thing. The request was actually made earlier this morning by the maid of Castian family. Castian? I played in Asphalt 9 a lot when I still lived in Japan, and I remember his name. The estate and the Shastians were two noble families that ruled over the city of Linton. They were forever loggerheads, both of them desperate to claim the city for their own. There were a few quests where you had to choose which noble house to side with, the Shastians or the estate. I always picked the Shastians myself. Other than a few quests here and there, however, the two noble families never really served any purpose on the overall plot of Asphalt 9. You could never go inside their homes, and you never met any of the family members themselves. Well, will I finally be able to meet some of the most influential people in Linton? This could prove to be very useful indeed. The head maid was rather concerned, you see. The young daughter of Shastian family, Aselin, is to be wed to the young son of the estate family, Siren. A wedding? That's right, everybody knows about it. It's been the talk of the city for months. The wedding is supposed to take place next week, but a dreadful catastrophe recently struck the Shastian home. For a so-called dreadful catastrophe, Maid sure looks happy talking about it. She really does love gossip. I like Maddie. Okay, I just read the name properly. Maddie. But she is not somebody I entrust with all of my secrets. The Shastian family owns a very beautiful diamond necklace. It's a priceless family heirloom, and Lady Aislinn wears it whenever she isn't bathing or sleeping. This diamond necklace was going to play an important part in the wedding ceremony. The diamond necklace of the Shastian family was supposed to be traded for the coveted diamond brooch owned by the estate family. This trade was meant to symbolize their coming together on the two families. Of course, the trade was just part of the ceremony. The diamond necklace would remain in Lady Aislinn's possession after the wedding. The plan for the wedding were all going smoothly, and their wedding seemed like it would be a happy one until, let me guess, the necklace was stolen. That's right. The much beloved priceless heirloom of the Shastian family was stolen last night when the household was asleep. Lady Aislinn's head maid came to my guild this morning. The moment the sun went up, she told me to put up a notice on our board outside asking if any adventurers could help search for the missing necklace. Anybody who finds it will be rewarded a handsome sum of 10,000 gold pieces. 10,000 pieces? Are you sure? As sure can be. But that, with the 10,000 pieces, you never need to work ever again. You'll be set for life. Fionn might sound excited, but the money doesn't really interest me. I'm already rich. I have so much gold coins I don't know what to do with them all. I think I want to accept quest even if there wasn't a reward though. It sounds a lot more interesting than picking berries. There is one fact that's perplexing me though. Why did the butler of the estate family ask you to take the request down if it's the diamond necklace is needed for the wedding ceremony? The estate should want to recover it as quickly as the Shastians. That's what I thought, and that's what I said, but the estate butler was stern. He said asking the public to help with a private matter like this was embarrassing. He said the estate would find the necklace on their own without any interference from filthy adventurers. Maddie makes a little quotation mark with her fingers. He was such a snob. It was unbearable. But you refused to take the quest down. Of course I did. I don't want to spend a single second of my day listening to a man like that. Why should I let him frighten me into submission? I'm doing what I think is right. The necklace belongs to Lady Aslin, and if she wants to ask my guild for help, then I won't turn her down. The DSS can keep out of it. So you say that the Estes are involved in this matter too? It's a complicated situation, but I can't understand how the Estes must feel making their theft in such a priceless errand in public. It's rather embarrassing. But surely they should put an embarrassment to one side for the greater good. I agree with Lady Aslin. The necklace needs to be found, and if it needs to be found quickly, putting up a public advertisement would be the best way to ensure it's uncovered in the time of the wedding. But that as it may, I wonder how some priceless object was stolen in the first place. You think the Shazian family would take greater care of their possessions? I would never let anybody steal one of my lady's necklaces. My lady? It's nothing. I was just talking to myself. And speaking of people talking to themselves, 10,000 gold pieces. Who could turn down an offer like that? Thinking of all the meat I'd be able to buy. And now I'm getting hungry. Natalie Fion doesn't care about the political intrigue. She is far more concerned with her belly. Damn it, I clicked outside the screen again. It's easy because it's on window mode. I wonder if I should give my thief girl a stern talk. She would benefit from a bit of discipline. But then again, how can I cruel her to when she's so cute? Poke fun at Fire for being a simpleton. You really are simple. I smile at Fire intriguingly and pat her top of her head. And you wonder why I called you Poppy. Hey, I'm nothing like a puppy. I beg to differ. You're always thinking about your stomach. When you sniff out a juicy bone, you forget everything else. Well, I beg your pardon? Fiona pouts and throws a hand off her head. I used to live in the street, remember? I had to beg for the scraps of food to get by. If I have a soft spot for food, it's cause I never had all that much of it growing up. I know. You don't need to make excuses for yourself, puppy. I told you, I'm not... Anyway, I'm already interested in this missing necklace. In fact, I'm very interested. Hey, I thought you'd say that. You know me too well. But that's just a pleasantry, Maddie. No matter how good she is at sniffing out secrets, doesn't know me at all. Then my party will accept this quest. I trust there are no objections. Always trust your leadership abilities, miss. As a knight, I can't let any thief go unpunished. Let's go for it. I ain't gonna turn my back on a reward like this. Then we are in a mutual agreement. Let's try to solve this mystery. Now I wonder, would it be possible for commoners like us to meet with Lady Aslin? I would like to ask her a few questions. So, are you the brave heroes who are going to find my missing necklace? I can't promise anything just yet, but I will do my best, my lady. Her addressing somebody else as my lady when I'm the Dark Witch Viola capable of flaying the flesh from a person's bones with a snap of my fingers feels rather strange. I'm more accustomed to people groveling at my feet than doing it myself. Still, I can't say I hate it. It's a new experience, and a new experience keep me young. My name is Violet, and I'm an experienced adventurer. The girls with me are Fion, Neve, and Larry. We have completed many quests in Linton. If you would be, and we would be happy to help you. I am at your service. I drop a neat courtesy and Neve glowers. I never thought I would live to see the day that my lady bowed before anybody else. I hope this lady understands what a great honor has been bestowed upon her. At least Neve has the fortitude to mutter her objections under her breath so Aislinn can't hear her. Larry, meanwhile, has been unflailing politely during her brief stay in the Shastian home. Larry is a calm, level-headed woman in general, and I knew I could count on her to behave herself. As for Fion, meanwhile, wow, this place is amazing. I thought she would have grown accustomed to luxury, having lived in the nightmare citadel for so long, but apparently not. She gawks at Aislinn's large airy drawing room like a child in a candy store, her mouth open. This is so nice. These little glass ornaments must have cost a fortune. They were rather expensive, yes. Aislinn made an elderly woman with high cheekbones and grey hair frowns. My lady, are you sure about this? What do you mean, I know you said you would accept the help of any adventurer willing to find the necklace, but these people, well, I'm not trying to insult your judgments, my lady, but I doubt they'll be of much use. This girl, Theo, did they say her name was? I barely wearing any clothes. The maid gives Theo a disapproving look. And this girl is a darkling. She now turns to Neve. If your parents were still alive, my lady, they would be livid. Everybody in Aspen knows you can't trust darklings. Neve grits her teeth together. She is used to comment like this. Of course, people always whisper about her when they see her in the streets, but I doubt it makes it any easier. Fortunately, Aislinn doesn't seem to share her maid's prejudices. Don't be so cruel, Io. She may be a darkling, but it looks like she wants to help. You're too kind-hearted, miss. Don't forget, it was a darkling like her who tried to bring ruin to the world centuries ago. That's just a story, Io. All stories have basics in truth, my lady. True or not, that happened long before any of us were born. I'm happy to welcome these girls into my home, if they truly meant to help me. Darkling or not, I'm sure this girl is a kind heart. That or a lust for money. Either way, if she helps us, I have no objection to her being here. Aislinn bows her head to Neve, her eyebrows furrowed. I'm sorry if we have offended you. I hope doesn't mean any ill by it. She's simply a sight overprotective. Indeed, as the head of maid of Shastian family, I simply have my mistress' best interest at heart. Your mistress? Well, when you put it like that, I think I can understand. Please, rest at ease, Miss Iofi. We do our utmost to find your mistress' missing necklace. We heard about it from Maddie, and we know full well how important it is. As a knight, you have my oath. Well, if we have a knight searching for the necklace, perhaps all is not lost. Don't worry, everything will be fine. Both Neve and I know very more powerful magic, and Larry is an accomplished knight. We're taken on many requests at the Adventures Guild, and we completed all of them. We find your necklace for you, I promise. Well, what is rather reassuring. I was so worried. Thank you, brave adventurers, for heeding my call. Aislinn launches into a small explanation about the missing necklace and its importance. She goes over the same information that Maddie did, but one particular detail makes quite an impression on me. You must find my necklace within 3 days. That is the limit. If you can return the necklace before the third night, when the moon has not yet risen, then all of this will be for nothing. My wedding to Saran, the peace treaty between my families and the Estes, everything I worked for will be destroyed. That's why you need to hurry. 3 days, it's all I can afford to wait. After our talk with Aislinn, my party retreats to a nearby tavern so we can discuss the new information we glean. My party of four sits right at the back of the building, keeping our voices low so nobody can overhear us. I don't think we're in any danger of that, though. The other men in here, and it's mostly men who frequent this place, are so busy drinking, singing dirty songs, or flirting with the buxom barmaids to pay any attention. Neve sniffs and looks around disapproving, her eyes narrowed. I don't really know if a place like this is suitable for you, my lady. It's so raucous. I decided to let that my lady slide. I doubt Neve will blow my cover now, given nobody listening. I know it's raucous that we came here, you silly ghost. I'm a ghost. It's better than being a dog. If everyone around us is talking, they won't be able to hear us when we talk. We should be able to discuss the curious matter of Aislinn's missing necklace in peace. Oh, I see. How intelligent of you, my lady. I should have known. My genius is nothing to be sniffed at. I did just the highest grades in my class. Grades? He frowns. Do they not have schools in Aspa? I have no idea how the education system in this world works. I never cropped up in Aspa Online. Well, putting that one side, the business with the necklace really is curious. Excellent. I noted this distinct lack of title lady being my loyal maid. Neve has no desire to capitulate to anybody other than me. Made it sound like finding necklaces matter of life or death. She was very intense. I thought that rather peculiar, too. No matter how expensive or important the necklace is, surely it's only a trinket. Whether we find the necklace or not, it should not stop the wedding ceremony processing, and yet Aislinn made it sound as though being married was impossible without it. Perhaps the necklace is important as a wedding ring. It could be a crucial part of the service. If that's the case, then the service be altered slightly. There are two wealthiest, most influenced families in Linton. The symbolic value of the necklace could be so great it would put the entire wedding at risk. You remember what Maddie said, don't you? The necklace is meant to be a symbol of the union between the Shastian and the Este. family. If the two are marrying not for love but for out of obligation, the symbol of their union would be the more important than anything else. You don't think Adeline is in love with her betrothed? I can't tell, never having met the man in question, but I doubt it. She seemed more upset about the missing necklace than about the possibility of her wedding being postponed. A marriage out of the duty rather than love. I suppose I can't know for sure unless we ask Adeline about it. I wonder if she would tell us something so sensitive. It's a delicate situation. You're right. Any woman forced into an arranged marriage would be hesitant to talk about it. Oh, are you speaking from experience? Well, my parents have often tried to match me with potential partners yet. They're concerned that I'm getting old, but I still haven't found a husband. They say they just want me to be happy, but I find it rather tiresome. I suppose I should appreciate their thoughtfulness, and I know they're only doing it because they care about me, but I don't know. I don't want to get married to somebody I don't like, who I barely even know, simply to appease them. Well, I say a thing you can do is learn to love. But, of course, you should always look for someone you love from the beginning. But, from what I know, often when you're going for someone you love, you often end up with someone you can't be with because, well, they're an asshole. That actually happened a few times to my sister and some other people I know. So I would say find someone you get along with and see if there's a possibility for you to. That's what I say. I'd rather marry somebody I love. Love. These are some very interesting words coming from Hilaire's mouth. Her blushing face is totally adorable, and it's even cuter because it's such a direct contrast with her usual personality. I wonder what I should say. I agree with Hilaire. I think you might be right about that. Huh? You're actually agreeing with me. That's right. Even if I ever got married, I would prefer to do so because I truly care for the other person. Being burdened by your parents to find a partner, any partner, must be a pain. I know because I had similar problems with my own parents myself. You have? Is that true? Unfortunately it is. My life would be a lot easier if I married the first wealthy man I could find, if only to appease my family, but what good would that do? It would make them happy, seems to think a woman's greatest happiness is marrying young and giving birth, but it would not make me happy. I don't want to end up sad, miserable housewife, with no ambition beyond cooking and cleaning and caring for my babies. It sounds painfully dull. It's worse than dull. It's just not right. He slams her fist against the tabletop, suddenly animated. I don't know anything about your parents, my lady. I must confess, I did not even know you had parents. But if they're trying to pressure you into marriage against your will, then I can never forgive them. Don't they see that you're the great and all-powerful Dark Witch? You already accomplished much, much more than any other human in Aspa could. What right do they have to tell you to achieve are meaningless? Didn't they even stop to consider your feelings? They think they are considering my feelings. They think getting married would in some way complete me. But unfortunately for them, I'm not interested. Well, good. No man in Astra would be worth you anyway. You're far more powerful than all the knights and warriors I ever met. Why, thank you, Neve. I appreciate it. I appreciate it too. It's nice to know I'm not alone. Parents can be such a pain, can't they? They always want us conform to their expectation of happiness regarding of what we have. Well, I suppose they don't do it for out of malice. And what about you, Neve? That's my maid still looks rather worked up about the pressure conversation. Have you ever dreamed about your wedding day? Oh no, not me, my lady. I could never afford to think about such imperial things when I was young. I used to live in the slums. My family was poor. We didn't have a single penny to rub together. I didn't have any time to think about love. I had to think about survival instead. Yes, well, I can see I was rather lucky in that regard at least. But what about now, Nick? As your days of hardship and suffering are over, it might be possible for you to find love. Well, I don't rightly know if that would be a good idea, my lady. I'm only a Darkling. Darklings aren't very popular in Aspa. Most humans keep their distance. You think we are bad news, and maybe we are. I don't know. It seems unlikely that anybody would ever want to marry me. I'm not that interested in most people. Are there any exceptions? There's one exception, but... Neve's looking at me from beneath her eyelashes. What a cute gesture. Though it isn't particularly subtle. Subtlety has never been one of Neve's strong points. I don't know if our relationship could ever truly work. I'm nothing but a maid after all. It would be presumptuous of me to even dream that she would return my feelings. I'm content being a servant. I could never be her equal. We're far too different. Neve looks a little sad. I wonder if she would say something. Well, you never know. This mistress of yours might just return your feelings someday. Do you really think so? Do I have a chance? If you keep pulling adorable faces like that, maybe. Adorable? He presses her fingers against her burning cheeks. I don't know if I am. I mean, I'm only a Darkling. I have horns and a tail, and I know I must look strange to most humans, but if you feel that way, then I'm glad you have such a peculiar taste, my lady. That fills me with a little bit of confidence. That cute girlish giggle, coupled with the red cheeks, really is too much. She is so adorable. I want to reach out across the table and give her a hug. But I don't think this is the right time to show off affection. Anyway, back to the subject at hand. I think there must be more to Aislin's predicaments than I had seen. She attached such importance to the necklace, it might be more than a family heirloom. It's a symbol. I already said that. I know, you did. But it would worry myself over a mere symbol. I wonder. Oh, come on. Can you give me a new picture? Well, it's black and white. That's a little bit. Actually, it looks more brown than black. I cast my mind back to when I did through the day we first met Theon. She was kneeling on the ground on her hands and knees crying. She told us she'd lost her mother's ring, which she intended to sell to the market so she could feed her starving family. It was all a crook of lies. Fion's mother died a long time ago, and her only surviving relative is a quick-thinking thief called Holly. But I didn't know that at the time. Duped, I searched for the ring with Fion, and while I searched, Fion stole my very valuable necromancer's ruby necklace from my pocket. The necklace, though it looked like any other piece of highly expensive jewelry, has a fearsome secret. It's enchanted and, as the name suggests, by a powerful piece of magic which lets its wielder raise the dead. In Aspa, old and expensive jewelers are often used to containers for powerful spells. Shadow rings, brooches, bracelets, and necklaces are all rather common. Could it be? I wonder if this necklace of Aslin has some kind of spell on it. And what makes you say that, my lady? Nothing. I was just thinking out loud, but one thing did strike me as rather peculiar. What? Aslin stressed that we only have 3 days to find the necklace, but judging from what Maddie said, her wedding is next week. Why did she set 3 days as the absolute limit? It seems rather arbitrary. It could have something to do with the ceremony. Maybe there are things that need to be arranged beforehand. Maybe. Well, it might not be important. I just struck me in my mind. That's all. We have to. What do you think, Fion? I turned to look at the little thief girl, who's been unusually quiet for the last half hour. The moment I see her, however, yeah, I'm gonna use that picture. I'm pretty sure it was in the first one, but I'm gonna use it anyway. So, I'm gonna stop the recording before I quit the game. So, at least that was all I have for Sakura MMO 2 this time. That's Headline Sure. See you next time. BroFive!